That survey showed an average gain of just 1/4 of one employee getting hired last month per firm. That means a lot of other small businesses are just not taking on new workers. So what's holding them back? Ahead of tomorrow's Big Jobs Report, Kate Rogers takes a look.
Ask small business owners what's bothering them, and you won't find a single answer.
This is for that order that we're donating, right?
For Ken Jarish, owner of Jarish Bakery near Chicago, it's wages that have him worried.
And the reason that's prohibiting me from hiring more people is that many of our staff, our wait staff, are high school kids, and many of them, I find it hard to pay them a higher rate, like $10 or even $13 an hour, and then still have to train them.
On top of that, rising health insurance costs have Jarish concerned he'll have to hike his prices, which could drive customers out the door.
And those expenses, those training costs, add up quickly. Just this morning, my insurance broker was here. We looked at our renewal for this year. It's going up 6%. I can handle that. I'm not happy, but I can handle it. We looked at what potentially next year is going to be. It's over a 30% increase.
And it's not just wages and health care that have small business owners concerned. Some on Main Street say an overarching regulatory environment is adding to the frustration, with resource-strapped small business owners often doubling as compliance officers.
You also have to remember that, especially for a small business, it's the business owner who, him or herself, is complying with these regulations when they ought to be going out and building their business, recruiting new customers, mentoring employees, and building a strong business.
But even amidst the uncertainty, there's been some encouraging signs. PNC's latest economic outlook survey for small businesses showed that the number of businesses that plan to hire hasn't changed over the last 6 months, but that hiring is still much stronger than it was a year ago. And the NSBA says the environment could improve further following midterm elections.
I think there's always a bit of optimism after any election. And especially if that optimism can snowball into a little bit of progress on getting a handle on our long-term issues as a country.
What can I get for you?
But for Jarish, who's concerned that higher costs could take a toll on his business, the outlook for hiring at his bakery is cloudy at best.
That gives me absolutely no incentive to hire additional staff. Replacement staff, sure, but additional staff, I don't see it.
And for a labor market that's driven by hiring among small business owners, that could be troubling news. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Kate Rogers.